Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Imagineers Disney Podcast. I'm your host Matt, and Susie is not here with us this week. She's actually spending some time down at Walt Disney World having a lot of fun. Hey, but we're going to have fun too. So today I am joined, returning guest, Joy Walters of Travel Nation. Hi Joy, how are you?
Hi, I'm so happy to be here.
Glad to have you. So we're going to get right into today's episode, and it is that time again. We are coming up. I can't believe it's already here again. But the Epcot International Food and Wine Festival is right around the corner. Are you excited?
Yes, two of my very favorite things, food and wine.
Yep, well, there will be lots of both starting August 30th through November 12th this year. So it is 75 days of greatness. I mean, how
deliciousness, if you will.
Yes. So there is lots to do as usual every year. And this year there's actually some new stuff. So we're really going to highlight what we are going to be seeing different this year. Starting with some events that you can take part in. The Sunday brunch with the chef is a nice little thing that they're adding this year. It's a 2-hour event. You get brunch and then a Q&A session with a celebrity chef, and it also includes a photo op with them. So that's pretty cool.
Photo op, that's the key right there.
I mean, and just looking at this list of people, I'm like, oh, that'd be so cool. Oh. But some of the guests include Jamie Dean of The Lady and Sons. Now, if you're not familiar who that is Paula Dean's son. So they have a restaurant in Savannah called The Lady and Sons. So if you're ever in the Savannah area, go check that out. Great meal, great food. And then Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
Yes! For those of you who don't know, that's Kelly Kapowski from the Saved by the Bell series. So every man in mid to late 30s is probably rushing out for that photo op. But who knew that she was a chef?
Yes, she is.
Who knew that she did that?
She is an established author of the Pull Up a Chair cookbook, where she shares some of her family recipes. So yeah, that'll be a really fun event to go to. Also, Buddy Valastro, also known as the Cake Boss, is going to be doing an event as well. And Iron Chef Morimoto from the Food Network, also the namesake of Morimoto Asia at Disney Springs.
So good.
So good. That's just a few of the people who are going to be taking part of this. I mean, it's just a really unique experience that you can add on to your experience during the Food and Wine Festival. It is not included in your ticket price. This is a special ticketed event, and it's going to be $129 plus tax, and that includes gratuity. So I know that sounds like a lot, but I mean, you get a nice brunch, you get a Q&A session with that chef, and then of course the personal meet and greet with them in the photo op. So I know a lot of times, especially for conventions, sometimes you'd be paying $129 just to have a photo op. So this also includes your meal and the session. So if that is something that you're interested in, we can help you out with that and getting your tickets. Also, they have some smaller sessions. There's a food and beverage pairing seminar. This is a 45-minute session, and they're going to be Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays during the festival. And this is where food experts and sommeliers from around the country and from around the Disney World parks and resorts are going to be coming in and doing a nice seminar to teach you on different pairings such as beef and wine, fish and wine, some very vegetarian options with wine.
Oh, nice.
And then some even more adventurous things. If you like octopus, they're going to pair octopus with wine. Pork and whiskey, beef and whiskey, calamari and wine, venison and wine, lobster and champagne. So that's just a few of the things that they will be pairing at these seminars. And this one is $25 plus tax. So those are also great additions to the festival for this year. And I think really the last big thing is stuff for kids. So they're going to
Yay!
have, yeah. Joy has, how many kids do you have, Joy? Like
Four.
four? Yeah.
There's four of those crazies.
So they're going to have some really great stuff for kids. It's going to be the Disney Du Jour Dance Party, and this is going to be on Friday and Saturday evenings. And kids can dance with a rotating cast of Disney characters, and there will be a concert with a special guest from Radio Disney. So,
Nice. And I think too, Matt, something that some people don't realize is they do have food and wine. Oh, my kids can't go to that, but they do have a lot of interactive things for the kids as the parents are going through, and some of the food the kids would be excited about as well. But they do have, I mean, they have this dance party. They've got the Ratatouille hide and squeak scavenger hunt throughout the park. So
yeah.
there's several things that the kids can do while the parents are enjoying some of the wine and other things.
Yeah, and you just mentioned the hide and squeak scavenger hunt. So returning again this year is the Remy's Ratatouille hide and squeak scavenger hunt, and this takes place around World Showcase. So if you are not familiar who Remy is, hopefully you are. I imagine most people listening to this do know. They do know who Remy is. So Remy is the star of Ratatouille, one of the great Pixar movies, which will soon be making its permanent presence in World Showcase in the France Pavilion. So they're going to be adding that new attraction. From actually, it's a clone of the ride in Paris. So that building is going up as we speak. So it should be coming up here in the next year or so, year and a half, I would imagine. But anyway, for the festival, the hide and squeak scavenger hunt, you can go around World Showcase, and it's just like the Easter egg hunt that they do during Flower and Garden Festival, except this time you're going to be looking for Remy. And then once you complete your map, you can go back to the shop where you purchased it, and you can claim a special prize. So
it is $5.99, but that was last year. It was last year. I'm assuming it would be in that ballpark this year. But I think it's worth it. It's really fun for them it gives them something to do instead of, oh, good, we're going to stop and get some more food here. Or, I think the kids get excited about that. Just, oh my gosh, and what's our prize going to be? And, where's Remy? Did you find the pepper yet? So I think it's a really neat thing that they do.
Yeah, and it's really funny how well hidden he is in each location. So, it really can be a challenge, but it's fun. So, definitely one of the highlights of the festival. Going on to some other fun things for the festival, we're getting to some food options that'll be coming this year. So, there are over 35 booths. It's insane. So, some new booths at the festival this year. We have the Festival Center Wine Shop. So there you can get a charcuterie plate.
My favorite.
Yes. So you'll have a selection of artisanal meats and cheeses, and there's a cheese plate, and there's actually a Bloody Mary seafood cocktail, which has shrimp, bay scallops, mussels, olive salad, and crisp lettuce in a Bloody Mary vinaigrette. So that's going to be a nice new booth. There is also, for those of you who like the mimosas, there's going to be a new booth called the Shimmering Sips Mimosa Bar. And they have different flavored mimosas. There's a tropical mimosa with sparkling wine, pomegranate, orange, and grapefruit juices. There's the key lime mimosa with key lime, sparkling wine, and cranberry juice. That one sounded really interesting. Key lime mimosa, who'd ever thought? Blood orange mimosa. There is
my favorite, the Fromosa.
Yes, the Fromosa, frozen mimosa featuring White Claw lime hard seltzer. And in addition,
hey Matt, what is Frozone's favorite mimosa? It's the Fromosa. Okay.
Little jokes. Gotta throw them in there. I like it. And then for those of you who are looking for some non-alcoholic selections, the frozen apple pie looked really, really good. So I'm really interested in trying that one. They kind of had a frozen peach cobbler over at Flower and Garden this year over at the Honey Bistro. So I'm expecting great things from the frozen apple pie. Also at that booth, you can get Joffrey's cold brew coffee. There's a chocolate croissant, an almond croissant, and jumbo blueberry muffins with streusel topping and a cheese Danish with sweet icing. So lots of pastry options there at that booth. And then there's actually some new food at some returning booths. So over at the American Adventure, there's going to be a New Brunswick slider. So you're going to have slow braised beef brisket pot roast style with horseradish cream, crispy fried onions on potato roll with pickled vegetables on the side. And that's located at the Hops and Barley Marketplace. Then there's going to be a butternut squash ravioli with brown butter vinaigrette, Parmesan cheese, and pumpkin seeds over at the Wine and Dine studio.
And too, Matt, for those people who are vegetarian, like, it's food and wine. Like, it's so difficult for me to find something. That particular butternut squash ravioli is vegetarian, so it's nice to have a couple of options.
Yeah. And for all the festivals, for Festival of the Arts, for Flower and Garden Festival, for Food and Wine Festival, for those of you who are on just need some different dietary needs, the vegetarian options and the gluten-free options are always really great at all the festivals. So, it's really cool seeing these, and it sounds wonderful. I mean, I love butternut squash, so and ravioli, so I think it's going to be good.
Win-win.
Then we have over at the Flavors from Fire, we have a charred chimichurri skirt steak with smoked corn cake with pickled vegetable slaw and cilantro. So that sounds really great as well. And then there'll be returning booths. I know one of my favorite booths that they've had it for a couple of years, but I remember the first year it came out, I'm like, oh, this is awesome. I hope they, bring it back, and they did last year, and it's coming back again this year. The Chocolate Studio. So
yes.
So definitely love the nitro chocolate that they do. So they take like chocolate ganache and then they dip it in liquid nitrogen, so it like kind of freezes and becomes really cold. And then they have a caramel sauce that they put on top. So that's always great. What's something you really like?
Well, you stole my chocolate. I love the chocolate. I really love Italy, and that's not nearly as probably exciting as some of these more exotic locations that they're bringing in. But I love a pasta and wine pairing from Italy. So that's the place. That's where I like to get at least all the way around there, and that might be where I have to stop and can't eat anymore. But that's my favorite place.
You bring up a really good point about stopping and not being able to go any further, because that's an actual thing at Food and Wine. Like you get to the point where like you can't go on any further. So if you're planning your trip for Food and Wine Festival, it's not really a 1-day experience. Like it is a 2-3 day experience. That's legitimately how long it takes to go through the festival to really try everything. So I mean, your stomach would like explode if you tried to do it all in 1 day.
Come hungry and come back.
But key thing here, a little tip: bring friends with you, share things. So these dishes that they do, I mean, most of them are between $3.75 and I think the most is going to be around $8, and that $8 one's definitely going to be like the fillet that they have over at the Canada Pavilion. So a lot of these are their snack sizes, and that's another important thing. A lot of these on the menu are going to count towards your Disney Dining Plan snack credits, so that is a great use of those, especially if you want to try something different. So it's the one time of year where, okay, so, yes, you can get popcorn, or you could get a churro, or, a Dole Whip or something, but, you can use them for these more special dishes that they have during the festival. But a lot of them are really shareable in the size that they come in. So it's great to like split. So I know whenever me and my wife go, like, I'll want one thing and then we just split it in half. So that way we're not filling up on just one thing, and then she gets another thing, and then we split that, and then just go on and we make a day of it. And it's really nice.
Well, I think my first time at Food and Wine, I didn't realize how much food there was going to be. And so I was like, oh my gosh, this looks great. And let's get two of the, I got really excited, and I got about halfway through and I could not eat anything else. And I was really disappointed because as we kept walking through, I realized there were many things that I really wanted to try and just couldn't. So I think pacing and, like you said, sampling friends, sharing different things is a nice way to get through it, or planning to go at lunch and then take a break and maybe come back at dinner. Even if you're doing it one day, you go ride some rides or go, do something else.
Go take a nap at your resort.
Exactly.
Recover from your food coma. So so great tips. And so just kind of strategically playing your way around World Showcase, and don't overdo it. Don't be like that guy that climbed the pyramid at in Mexico.
Oh my gosh.
It's been a couple years now, I think. But yeah, that was a Food and Wine experience. So don't go climb things and don't jump in World Showcase again, please.
Pace yourself.
Pace yourself. So, and if you need to, why don't you just take a break, listen to some music? And where can you do that? But at the Eat to the Beat concert series. So during Food and Wine Festival, there are nightly concerts. They happen 3 times a night. One at 5:30, one at 6:45, and one at 8 o'clock. And there are featured performers every night, so there'll be a different band every few days. So I know some of the featured performers for this year, Mercy Me is a new one that is going to be coming this year. Since they ended Night of Joy, I think they took one of the popular performers from that and have brought him into the Food and Wine Festival. So Mercy Me will be one of those bands, Christian artist. And then Postmodern Jukebox, Plain White Tees, Sugar Ray, Smash Mouth, 98 Degrees will be here this year. So Hanson, 38 Special, Kenny G, Boys to Men, so many more. But it's just a wide variety of different music styles. And if you have a favorite band, just make a point to visit for that weekend to go hear them. So.
And that's included in admission.
That is correct. It is included in admission. It does not cost anything extra. And it's a great way to end the evening while you recover, so to speak.
But if there is a group or a performer that you really want to see, you've got to be there early and be in line. Or you can take advantage of the dining packages that Epcot has.
Yes. So the Eat to the Beat Concert Series dining package. So 15 participating restaurants in Epcot do this. It is a preset amount for the meal. And then when you get your check, you actually get a ticket. So this is almost like a fast pass for those concerts. So you will be the first ones to be let in and get your front row seats so you can take in the majesty of Kenny G.
98 Degrees.
Whoever your favorite band is, that is pretty much your guaranteed way to have a seat. So I know a lot of these bands are really popular, and the concerts actually fill up very quickly, and they are first come, first serve, and the way to guarantee your spot is through the dining package. So if you are interested in those, hit me up or hit Joy up, and we'd be happy to get you set up for those as well. So because Absolutely. As travel agents, we not only do we work with your hotel bookings and your ticket bookings, but we can also do your dining reservations and your fast passes. We do everything for you so you don't have to. That being said, it is still not too late to book your vacation for this fall. There are plenty of specials going on. Especially if you are a pass holder or if you're a Florida resident, you got those special rates going on right now. And like I said, both Joy and I work for the same company, and we love helping people out with their vacation. And this is a wonderful time to come down to Walt Disney World every year. It's just really great. I mean, I know that Epcot has that educational stigma sometimes, but the festival times of the year are just some of the highlights for me and my family, and I'm sure they are for you as well, Joy. And
I may or may not be going 3 different times to Food and Wine Festival this year, so I kind of like it a little bit.
I may or may not be in the same boat with you on that as well. So, but yeah, we would love to connect with you if you were looking to book your vacation. Once again, my email is matt@imagineerspodcast.com. And then you can reach Joy at joy@travelmation.net. So that is her email. So send her an email if you are looking to go, and we will help you out on your vacation. Well, I think that is going to do it for today's episode. I know we ran a little short, but if you have liked today's episode, go ahead and like the Facebook page, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to the podcast. So, Joy, thank you again for joining us. It was great.
Thank you for having me, Matt. It was super fun.
Yep. And it's going to be a really exciting fall for Epcot as the festival starts. Once again, the festival starts August 30th and runs through November 12th. So 75 days to get yourself down to Epcot and experience the greatness of Food and Wine Festival. So, and with that, I think we're going to sign off. So until next time, everyone, remember, if you can dream it, you can do it.